Hey team, back again with another video. So as you can see, we have my Evo 10 here, and today we're going to be working on Aaron's 2013 Lancer Ralliart. This one only has 80,000 Ks, some super clean mods to start with, and today we're going to be putting on an exhaust. This is, in my opinion, the best sounding exhaust. So let's get over and show you guys what we're talking about and working with today. So guys, here is the exhaust we're working with. It is a Baller S-type exhaust, and in my opinion this is one of the best sounding exhausts for the Lancer Ralliart. I used to own a Hyperflow catback exhaust on my Ralliart, and I've had other friends who own X-Force and a couple of other reputable brands. This one is definitely more on the expensive side of the exhaust market, especially for a catback. But the sound quality that you get out of it is just unreal. So this one is a 2.75, which is a quite interesting size for exhaust. It's a 2.75 diameter pipe around, and it splits into our 2.25 sides over here. And probably my favorite feature about this exhaust is it has some 5-inch shiny chrome exhaust tips at the back. So yeah, we're going to show you guys a stock exhaust and some before and after clips, and exactly what we're doing during the install so you can do it at home. All right team, now we've got the car in the garage ready to go. We're just going to jack it up and install the exhaust. Let's do it. Alright guys, so we've jacked the car up. Whenever I like to get under a car, I do proper jack stands, and I use a wheel that is a spare wheel that I borrow with a rim as a bit of safety. I put it under the chassis body just in case the worst were to happen. Alrighty, so our job here is to remove the stock exhaust, which we're going to have to remove this rubber hanger here in the back, another one at the top in the back there, another one which is right here is going to have to come out as well, and then I'll zoom in for you. There are 2 bolts there connecting the stock exhaust to the cat. Now the stock exhaust has a lot of surface rust on it. This is a 2013 model in Australia, so we don't have salty roads, with very low kilometers of only 80,000. So for practicality, perfectly acceptable. It just won't look as good as, say, your traditional titanium or stainless steel exhaust systems. So yeah, hopefully this is an easy job, but as you know, with cars, things sometimes don't tend to go that way. All right, let's get into it. Right guys, rare sight to see my Evo out of the garage, but always great to help out friends when they need it. So here is what your stock Lancer Ralliart exhaust is going to look like. Obviously we'll need to take off our rubber hangers still to fit to our new baller exhaust. So yeah, pretty basic. Obviously our cat would usually bolt up to here. That's where our cat comes to. Alright, a lot of heat shielding and things like that from OEM. This here is our OEM res. And obviously we have a really big muffler right at the back, which makes it super, super quiet. So yeah, not much to it now. We just need to change over those rubber hangers. I'm a big fan of attempting to assemble the exhaust outside the car and then put it on. If we can do that, sweet. If we need to do it underneath, it's also very doable. Our biggest trouble is with the exhaust hangers. Now, something that one of the boys here pointed out to me as well, really good. If you don't buy a baller exhaust and have another style, let's go under here for you. If you don't buy a baller and do decide on another style of exhaust, the OEM heat shielding around the cat, I'll just zoom in for you so you can see. So up here, you can see you've got your metal and then you've got that gap and like a border. So around that border, apparently some types and styles of exhaust don't fit and slot right in, and you do need to modify that. So keep that in mind before just slapping exhaust on. You may need an angle grinder or a cutting wheel, a Dremel, something along those lines to modify that a little bit. We got super lucky with our baller exhaust because it slots right into that gap. And that there is just another credit to Baller and their quality. I don't sponsor them, but geez, I love this exhaust. All right, let's do this. All right, we're at our final step here. We've fully assembled the new Baller exhaust outside of the car. We put on our hangers. Another one here is already on the car ready to go, so we can slide it over. Couple of tips with this one. Make sure, obviously, that you have your bolts underneath, because when it's on the car, this is your car floor or your chassis. Obviously, if you have them up over there, it will rub and hit and you won't be able to tighten and untighten them. May seem like a common sense thing, but I like to try and point out everything I can in these type of videos. So you can see the Baller is definitely a lot better made. My favorite thing, as well as all these other boys here with me, is definitely the tips. They haven't stopped talking about it all day. You can see there's a really good size difference there. Or you can see the bore's a lot more straight. Both of these exhausts have a res, but it's literally a straight 2.75 to 2.55. 2.25, sorry, apologize. So 2.75 pipe to resonator, 2.75. And then here where we have our last adapter, alrighty, 2.75, and then you can see it moves down into a 2.25 split system exhaust. So yeah, super keen. I know Aaron, the owner, is very keen to hear this one on his car, as am I. It's been a while since I've heard a Baller exhaust, so let's finish this off. Guys, we have successfully put it on. With this particular exhaust, I absolutely love the 5-inch tip. It is really, really aggressive looking, and the car is still jacked up. So I'm just gonna hop under now and show you guys a couple of things. Alrighty. So as we saw earlier with the stock exhaust, the baller is very straight. Alrighty, as you can see, we put our hangers back through on both sides and underneath here, coming out. Our clamps are fully tightened as well. Alrighty, if we zoom in for you here, you can see that we've got another clamp under there to the res, and that we've put our gaskets on with our bolts in there sitting inside of that cat. So now I'm going to turn it on, test it for exhaust leak, see if it makes any bubbles, and then after that, yeah, Aaron will be good to go. He hasn't heard it yet, and I'm sure he is super keen. I'm going to post some sound clips for you soon. All right, guys, so to test for exhaust leak, we're just using some WD-40. We're going to spray around the cat joining to the new exhaust area and turn the car on. If there's no bubbles, then we are right. And if it does bubble, then obviously it is an exhaust leak, and we'll have to look into how we can rectify that. I think we should be right, but let's do it.
Ready?
Yep. Alrighty guys, you can see here we've got the baller with the 5-inch tips fully equipped. We're just going to show you some sound clips now of the exhaust compared to the stock exhaust, so enjoy. Alright guys, so we're just ending the video now. Big shout out to Aaron for allowing us to use his really nice 2013 Ralliart. I appreciate you coming over today and letting me install the exhaust for you and going through the process with all of you guys on YouTube. Hopefully I get to release a few more of these videos soon. I know Aaron's car might be in for a couple of more mods really soon, and a couple of other friends too, and of course the own green Evo. So yeah, thanks. Make sure you please like and subscribe and have a good one.